Welcome to your 2023 reading, Gemini. Today, we are going to look into the main areas of your life for 2023, what you should expect in terms of events, opportunities, and challenges as well. What we have here is love, career, and finance, unexpected events, your challenge for 2023, and how you're going to end the year going into 2024 as well. In part 2 of the reading, we will go month by month to see what you should expect in more details, okay? Let's start with your love area and main energy when it comes to your love area for 2023. Right here, we have heartbreak and security. I do get the sense, especially considering the other areas of your life as well, that you're coming from a big disappointment, Gemini. There is something right here which in a way was taken away from you. Whether this is talking about a person, a relationship, an idea, a project that you have invested into in this past year. And something that you definitely did not see coming to an end anytime soon. We see how instead it ended and it left this void that it's really hard to fill, to make it go away. We see that there is a part of you that was taken away. Something that now you might be looking for in order to feel balanced again. This is not an easy energy to handle. And you know it very well because I do get the sense that you have been feeling very stuck when it comes to your love life. But the issue is that when things happen, when things like these happen in your life, they do get to impact other areas as well because they impact your self-confidence, they impact your ability to dream, to expand, to make goals and plan. But what we see right here, the good news for 2023 is that this heartbreak is going to transform into security. What we're looking at right here is something that it's about to come in, something that it's going to be revealed to you that will just make you feel safe once again. This phase over here, it's going to end. It's going to just be part of the past. You will learn the lesson that you need to learn from it, but you'll be able to move on. And I love the security card, especially because these two cards are clarified by the Six of Pentacles. And this is a very important card to see right here because this is talking about something that it's given to you. Security, again, if you look up this card, is about support, giving and receiving. So all the love, all the attention, energy that you gave in the past, now it's coming back to you. When we look into part 2 of the reading, month by month, we'll be able to see more details. But what I'm seeing right here is that somebody might be coming back to just make things right. It doesn't mean that you are going to go back to a previous connection, relationship, but regardless, this person is coming in to just make things right, to say what they should have said back then, and to heal, to help you healing, okay? They might not know that they're going to help you healing, but what they're going to do, it's going to help you, Gemini. And it's going to bring in this security, this feeling of, okay, now at least I know I can keep going. Now at least I know what I have to do next. There is a lot of self-love as well that will manifest through this energy that will come in, okay? This is, the Six of Pentacles talks about a very supportive type of energy, a mentor potentially, just overall something that it's given to you and it will make you, there's this sigh of relief, you know? I can breathe again. Okay, now I feel better. And this is just the beginning, honestly, because once you'll start getting used to this energy, in this mindset, then things will completely change. Security really talks about going through next year with a completely different state of mind when it comes to love. All the struggle, all the pain, it will be part of the past. This, whatever it's coming in, and we'll look into it later, it's going to give you a different perspective on a situation that up to this point instead was a major disappointment, letdown, and potentially a heartbreak. So clearly something to look forward to when it comes to your love life, and we'll look into it in more details later. Let's get to your finance career area. And right here we have two beautiful cards actually. The first one is small steps, big accomplishments. And the second one is just trust. I am going to give you a preview on every single area that we have here. And that preview is about this card. There is a need right here to get back into a mind space where you trust more what is around you. And it doesn't take much to understand why your trust levels have gone down recently because of this heartbreak. And we see it reflecting in these cards as well. But this is reminding you that whatever is in the past will stay in the past and not manifest again in the present unless you keep giving it energy, focus, attention, okay? So right here, you need to shift in general into a mindset where you think that happiness is possible again. Success is possible again. Anything, it's possible as long as you believe it at this point. As far as your finance career, we see you next year doing little things and receiving big results back. And honestly, you're not used to this type of dynamic. In fact, what I see right here is that in the past, the Six of Pentacles, right? Giving and receiving what you gave, that was not the thing at all. Not at all. You put a lot of effort into jobs, into situations, into relationships, and got so little back. Well, from what I see right here, there is a shift. There is a turning point, which will truly make you feel the Six of Pentacles energy. So much coming back to you, finally, this time, okay? So if you start next year, a small project, maybe you turn a hobby into something you can monetize, but it's little at first, you will see how quickly that will grow in ways that you're not imagining at all. So, in other words, from what I see, 2023 is the year to try as many things as possible. As long as you feel happy doing them, as long as you love them, we see how your consistency will quickly transform into big results. Even if you don't think that it's going to happen, as long as there is consistency, it's going to happen. So take it almost like a challenge. Yes, you're telling yourself, this little thing that I can do, no, it's not going to pay my bills. But you know what? Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And the universe is going to prove you wrong. Right here, we see two competing opposite thoughts, okay, with the High Priestess. And I do believe that first and foremost, that's about this cannot work or this can work. Just be in the middle and do whatever you love to do and look at how things will unfold around you. Don't block them. Don't push them either. Just see how life is going to unfold when you take chances without expectations next year. This is the main message, especially when it comes to your career and finance. The High Priestess talks about, hey, you know what? Just remain patient. Just do things that make you feel inspired. And also keep your financial situation private. That's what I see with the High Priestess. Because things will move fast for you at some point. There is a click, a switch. Keep it private. Something here is saying, do not share it. Keep some mystery around your finances next year, because it's actually going to be something you're going to benefit from, okay? But also, when there's a lot going on around you, and also inside of you, your mind, should I do this? Should I do that? Is this going to fail? Is this going to make me succeed? Don't forget that when you don't have all the answers, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. So keep that in mind, especially when it comes to risk-taking next year, project starting, everything that is around your stability, money, and career. Let's now get to the unexpected energy for 2023. And right here we have child, bouquet, and snake. So what I am seeing right here, right off the bat, is a gift that you're not expecting to receive. This is, again, something that will come out of the blue from someone, from what I see here, child, that it's coming in with a lot of innocence, coming in with a lot of transparency, no strategy at all, no hidden agenda. They're coming in just to give you something that they think you deserve. Something that for you, in fact, Gemini, it's going to be very important. Now, there is a challenge with this person, because I see that you don't see them as the child energy. You might see them as the snake energy, in fact. It wouldn't surprise me if this is connected somehow to this situation from the past. It could be. We'll try to find out in part 2 of the reading. But what we're seeing overall is that someone who has hurt you in the past, or has ignored you, ghosted you. If this is a company you applied for, they never replied to you, a house you wanted to get, an apartment, and it just didn't go your way. We see how they're coming back with clear intentions and good news. Good news that will allow you to build upon as well, okay? This is not just something you're hearing, sitting on your couch, looking at your phone, watching TV, and then that's it. This is not entertainment. This is a seed for an opportunity, okay? Then it's going to be up to you deciding what to do with this. But the bouquet speaks clearly. This is something positive, something that you do deserve, and something that, in fact, it's kind of like being a long time waiting, you know? You wanted this. You knew that this is something that you deserve, but obviously with the snake energy in the past, it just didn't happen. So, again, the challenge is going to be for you to realize or figure out if this is reliable, if this opportunity is trustworthy, or if it's just like in the past with that snake energy. From what I see so far, I don't think so. I think this is good. I think you should go for it and just trust as the main energy for next year, okay? Your challenge, though, is a very big reflection of everything that we said at the very beginning of this reading. We do see the runner and not enough. First of all, the runner talks about running from taking risks, from being vulnerable, showing your real feelings, okay? There is a fear right here that is really much connected, and it stems from that heartbreak. And honestly, nobody should blame you for that, Gemini. It's completely understandable. And we see the repercussions of all of that disappointment, which is feeling like you're not good enough, feeling a lack of confidence, self-sabotaging because you might not expect for things to go your way, for things to work out for you. And so this is your challenge next year, okay? Make sure to know quickly at the beginning of the year, do it right away, Gemini. Do yourself a favor so that you can really take the opportunities that will come to you in the rest of the year, okay? Do it right away. tell yourself, you know what? Yes, things might have not worked out, but who's to say that they haven't worked out because something is wrong about me, or because I didn't give enough to this person. I couldn't be anything, everything they needed, they wanted. Put yourself in the mix too. Don't forget, even when you're loving someone, don't forget to love yourself in the process as well. What about you? Six of Pentacles. What about what's needed to be given to you? What you deserve? What you should have expected and received in that situation? And a lot of you out there, I know that you already have gone through this process, this thinking process. Oh, I know, it's nothing wrong about me, this and this and this. But subconsciously, there is still an undergoing energy that it makes you feel not good enough. And you know how that manifests? It manifests when you have to take risks, when you have to be vulnerable, send that text message, apply for that job, go out there in a public space and feeling good in the crowd, not feeling invisible or feeling like you don't belong there because you're not enough. When those things happen, those are a reflection of this and this and this. So, sorry. Your challenge next year is going to be to not run away from issues, not run away from yourself, because there is nothing to run away from. There is a lot instead to be celebrated about you. These three cards are clarified by Page of Wands. Limitless potential. This is what you are. This is what you have. Limitless potential. You need to be fearless next year. That is your challenge. That is the thing that you need to learn in 2023. And trust me, and you know this, you don't have to trust me about it. It's easier said than done. Because when you plan for it, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, you write it down. I feel good, feel inspired. But man, when you're in front of the challenge and you need to be fearless, that is some scary stuff. It's not easy. And it doesn't have to be easy, honestly. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a challenge, right? So Page of Wands will bring in possibilities, adventures in love, intense, passionate romance. It might be a new position, project at work, and also financial gifts that you will have to invest or waste. You'll have to, at that point, from what we see right here, you'll have to be really smart about the resources that are given to you next year, because it's going to be all in your hands. Make sure to think long term, as I always say, okay? But overall, be fearless. Go for things. Do it like your life depends on it, because it really does at this point, unless you want to be stuck in that heartbreak, not good enough energy. As far as the end of the year, we have, it's time to take action and have faith in your dreams. There is something by the end of the year that really talks about a major opportunity. It's as if all of this is in preparation for this over here. There are going to be given opportunities to you throughout the year in 2023 that are going to be good. Actually, they're going to be great, but none of them are as good as this last one. We see, in fact, right here that this is something that you should definitely not miss out on. And I love it that it happens now, because you have all the time to prepare for this. Prepare yourself as well, okay? We'll look more into this, but what we see is that with the Eight of Cups as the clarifier, this is something that in the past you tried and you failed at. Something that was a big disappointment, and maybe you had to walk away from this thinking, you know what, it's just not for me. I'm not one of those people who can achieve something like this. Well, from what we see here is instead that you're going to achieve it. And this, whatever happened in the past, was just a roadblock. It wasn't the end of the road. It was just a bump, And so it's beautiful to see how your world which will change, but also your mindset will change throughout the year, throughout 2023. So there is a transformation when it comes to your inner world and outer world as well. And it's just, to me, it's just beautiful because the two are aligned and are taking you to this big ending, which will give you the very thing that maybe started this discontent and this hurt that you've carried for way too long already, Gemini, okay? So beautiful year ahead. Now, let's get to part 2 of the reading. We will go month by month to see what you should expect, to see what all of this is about, so that you can prepare for the accomplishments, but also the challenges for 2023. Follow me, the link down below in the description box. Welcome back to part 2 of your 2023 reading, Gemini. The main energy for the year 2023 is the Fool. And to me, it's really beautiful, especially considering everything we've talked about up to this point. And the reason being is because what I see right here is a message that talks about loving like you've never been hurt before, taking risks like you've never failed before. This is how the main energy, how you're going to feel next year. This is something absolutely beautiful to achieve, especially considering everything you went through up to this point. There is just an overall feeling within you that will say, you know what? I went to battle. I went to war. And I've had to go through so many fights. And right now, I just want for things to work out. I'm tired of fighting. I want for things to come my way, for things to be easy. If it's not easy, then it's not gonna be anything. If it's not opening, it's not my door. I'm done trying. I'm done putting in so much work, so much of myself, and getting so little. I am just done. And that is actually a very good mindset to have, because you're still open to take risks with the Fool, but at the same time, you're not willing anymore to force things that instead should be easy or easier than they have been. And so I love that. I love that because sometimes we really get so fixated on one person, on one situation, on one specific manifestation and every single details of it, that we forget that part of the process is seeing things happening instead of having to control and pull every single string. And right now, instead, we see that you know what you want and you're open to do the necessary work, but you are wanting to see it working towards you. It's not just you walking towards it, but it's the both of you working towards each other. Whether it is you and a person, an opportunity, no more of you having to do 100% of the work. This mindset will pay off big, big, big time, okay? So let's start with the reading, and let's start with January. Right here.